Hello everyone, this is Ross with Market Traders Daily, and this is today's video analysis for February 18, 2020. Today we're looking at the USDCAD, the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, for today's trade analysis. Starting here on the daily time frame, of course, we look at the top. I want to go back in time, look at some history around this price level first, and then we'll look at our current market. Look at the black box on the left-hand side of the chart. Market bounced around between the green shaded area, which is 1.327565, the purple zone 1.33 and 1.3290, and the orange zone 1.332515. Bounced around there for a couple of weeks. This is the daily time frame, so a couple of weeks bounced around in there, broke out, came back and retested it as resistance. And this is probably our most important part for the day today. Right here where I just drew the black circle, where the market retested that green shaded area, 1.3265, as resistance before beginning the downtrend. So as we see that historically, and really before that too, we can go back and draw another circle back here on the left, and you can see right there where it retested the green zone as resistance. So both black circles showing that market coming up and testing that green zone as resistance and getting repelled off of it, and the market went down. So as we bring that information to the right hand side of the chart, we can see that we were inside the blue box for a while, bouncing between the green, purple, and orange shaded area, came off of the orange zone, pushed under the green zone. Now here we are once again challenging underneath the green shaded area as resistance. Again, as we know historically, this becomes a potential resistance scenario, potential reversal scenario for at least an intraday bounce down, or if not longer, a further bounce down, and maybe even a short reversal of the trend as we saw on the left hand side of the chart. So the first things first, and we often talk about this in the trade room, there's three trading decisions you and I must make today. Should we buy a currency pair, should we sell a currency pair, or should we not trade it? That's what we're really trying to figure out. Well, I would say the easy answer right now is I'm not really looking to buy the dollar CAD, USDCAD, as it sits underneath 32.65. Historically, that doesn't make any sense to do that because the potential is resistance and a bounce back down, and that's basically currently what's happening. Is it's finding resistance there. Sure, it could break above it, but until it does, we have to make some educated assumption that there's going to be resistance here into 32.65. So that's what I'm doing. I'm making that assumption, and I don't want to buy it right now underneath that green shaded area. So if I'm not buying it, my other two options are I either sell it or I don't trade it. So what we're going to look for are evidences and clues that sellers are interested in this currency pair into 32.65.75, and maybe some intraday opportunities to go short for a few pips. Let's take it down to the 4-hour time frame, and here's that same area. Circle kind of changed shape a little bit here on us, but there's that same area. We can already see we have been doing what we've talked about. The market came up, tested it, came back down to the yellow zone. Here we are again, right back under the green zone. So as it sits here under the green zone, watching for clues to selling pressure. I think right now, current 4-hour period may be our first clue. We're seeing it hesitate here and a little bit of bearish pressure. It could be just those people assuming resistance here as well. The longer it sits underneath the 32.65, I think the buyers are going to get exhausted and decide to turn it down. In the trade room later on today, I'm going to talk about resistance here at the green zone. We're going to look for our trend indicator, our volume indicator, and see if we find resistance here and any clues that selling pressure, selling volume is taking place here into the green shaded area. And if so, it may become an opportunity to go short. Your stop loss clearly just going to be above the green zone if you decide to do this, because obviously if it breaks above the green zone, we don't want to stay with a short. We can target back down to the yellow zone, or maybe even the longer term pink zone down here. We're looking at potential risk of about 20 pips or so above the green zone. Profit targets are looking at 30 or even down here around 60 pips for the dollar CAD today.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.